White Deer, Texas, America. YouTube and Rumble and everybody else. Everybody that believes in our freedom and also just believes in living life to the fullest. Pay attention to this stuff coming out. Monkeys running loose in North Carolina. Nuclear wars trying to be escalated before Trump gets in office. They're talking about that. Also, you got Venezuelan gangs taking over whole states, pretty much. Where are the patriots? You know, the people that are militias or whatever. Those people that are Americans. Where are the Americans? There's a whole list of things that the news is not talking about. You know, CNN and all of them. No, they're too focused on Trump. And this. They don't care about the monkeys. They don't care about Venezuelans. They don't care about... You know, Florida's already mess. Anyways. Yeah, all kinds of invasive species in Florida. Because the pet trade, you know, the people that want... They see animals and they've got to have them as pets. So now you got this ecosystem that's going to be messed up. You got the zoos, the little tiny zoos, mom and pop zoos, and even the big metropolitan zoos that's got all these animals. That's going to eventually escape. Because nobody's going to pay attention to them. And as soon as we let our guards down, those animals are going to be running loose. So you're talking all these animals from around the world. So Sasquatch is going to be a chimpanzee running loose. Or a gorilla running loose. That escaped from a zoo. Because of human negligence, basically. And some of these monkeys have diseases. All kinds of diseases. I'm sorry, I live in Texas. If a chimpanzee, baboon, or something comes and tries to attack my family, I'm sorry, it's going to be, I don't know, like, done. Over for that thing. So, don't think I wouldn't do it. Just take it out and let the coyotes have at it. So, yeah. You got all this stuff that's happening in the news. You got Joe Biden that's been escalating everything for 4 years, but yet people are still following Kamala Harris and Joe Biden because they're trying to get us into that WW3. And they're trying to say that Trump is the Hitler of today. Huh. Yeah. See, you watch everything that they're talking about. You got all these people they're calling maps, which is, I think, is a ridiculous term. They're trying to make an excuse for them. Oh, well, let's just... No. We need to feed them to the chimpanzees. So... Or Sasquatch. Or lions. Or whatever. Crocodiles, even at that. So you can have all these different animals that the zoos and all this stuff, and even fish. Imagine that, the piranhas and everything else, all these dangerous fish that's going to end up in our waterways. I mean, how many invasive species of fish are out there right now? So everybody is focused on the taxes and everything else, which is great. We should be focusing on that. But you realize the ecological, environmental catastrophe that's about to happen with all these animals? Oh wait, you got white women out there that'll put a sweater on them. You got New York State's worried about a little squirrel, but yet you got the zoos that they're not paying attention to that are going to go abandoned, and everything up there that in that area that's going to have all these animals running loose in the mountains and everywhere else. Yeah, I'm waiting for that to happen. I mean, we already heard that all these lab monkeys are escaping. They got Monkey Island here in the United States. They got who knows what other animals are running loose. And people say, oh, black panthers and jaguars don't exist in Indiana or whatever. I call BS on that because I remember growing up and seeing a cat running around in southern Indiana that was big and black. It wasn't no house cat. They say, oh, it doesn't happen. Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, when you in your uncle's cabin and you hear something hit that porch, that little tiny wooden plywood porch, and it makes that thud and it walks across and it sounds heavier than a bobcat, you tend to shut the door and say, go on about your business, buddy. Yeah. See, for far too long we've had these people that have these tigers, lions, and everything that are illegally kept, and they're getting out. They're like running loose. They can't keep them anymore, so what do? They turn them loose. Look at the snake problem in Florida. See, this is all stuff that's building on top of each other. From our political problems, corruption, to our animal problem is going to be crazy, to all these different problems are going to stack on top of each other. And Joe Biden now is saying that he's going to send nukes to Russia. You realize how far one nuke can reach if it hits the ground here or even there? How many people are going to be gone in a split second? I mean, faster than I can snap. But yet, people are still supporting these warmongers, Harris and everybody else. They're still supporting them. That's what I'm afraid of. Is that before Trump actually gets in office, the Democratic liberals are going to do something stupid, and all these animal rights activists and these climate change activists and all these other people are going to do something stupid and end up doing something crazy before Trump gets in office. And then we're going to have a real disaster. But yet they don't care because as long as their agenda is pushed, the trans and all this other agendas that they've been pushing, as long as those are pushed, they don't care. Because they're going to be hiding in their little cry closet. They don't care. Yeah. All these people that keep poisonous snakes, imagine what would happen if all these poisonous snakes from around the world get loose in the United States. Or Komodo dragons. Imagine if all this stuff gets loose because some idiot decides, I'm going to open the doors. Or Joe Biden decides to hit that code. Imagine if all hell breaks loose. What are you going to do? How are you going to survive? That's the question you need to ask your family. How are you going to survive? Are you prepared to survive? Do you know how to survive? See, because when people start starving, that means they start getting dangerous. And I'm telling you, It ain't the animals that you're going to have to worry about. You're going to have to worry about them too, but are you prepared? Mentally, emotionally, and physically? Can you survive? I would say I hope I am, but I got God on my side for one thing, so I'm not worried about it. Survive or not, I'm still going to be, hopefully, with God's judgment, God's graces, I'll be with Him. Doesn't matter. Am I perfect? No, I'm not. Do I have to ask for forgiveness all the time? Yes. Because I'm weak. According to the Bible, I'm weak in flesh. But yet, those people that are evil, they're serving the devil. And they're willing to use you and abuse you, take what you have, and destroy everything that is good. We're seeing it. All you have to do is open your eyes and look. It's out there. The evidence is out there. People are so greedy and selfish and self-centered, they don't care about you. They don't care about anything but themselves. And those are the people you're going to have to watch out for. See, it's all about the bottom dollar. That dollar ain't going to mean nothing if the banks crash, the internet crash. That cryptocurrency ain't going to mean nothing. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot of situations that's going to arise. You know, you already got these drone swarms that China is working on. I'm talking 6, 7, 8 layers thick. And thousands of drones. They're drone swarms. They're killer drones. They're working on those. They got the weapon system, laser systems. They got all this stuff. It's dangerous what's coming out. There's nothing you can do but hide from a drone swarm. And hope that drone, or them robots, those dog robots, or the robots themselves, don't turn against humanity. Terminator was just a sample of what could happen. Imagine if the computer determines that we are the problem. We are the problem, and they turn against us. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm telling you, you better wake up, and you better be calling for accountability in our businesses, our law enforcement, government, and everything else. Accountability is where you better wake up to. Because if they're developing these systems to go against humanity and go against each other, yeah, it's going to be a new way of living for people. And you're going to have to learn to adjust and adapt fast. Because if you don't learn to adjust and adapt, you're going to get left behind. God bless. Be safe.